why a person seems to be nice and caring and kind, and at the same time, they give me this weird vibe that they are not exactly who they seem to be, and they confuse me in regards to their personality. Welcome to the world of covert narcissism. Today, we're going to talk about a different type of narcissism, something that we don't very often talk about. Hi, my name is Vassia. In case you don't know me already, I'm a psychologist and a couples counselor, relationship therapist, and that's why I cannot seem to understand, or I cannot seem to choose actually, whether I want to talk about mental health or relationships. I want to talk about both. So that's why I am digging deeper into relationships together with you today. So let's talk about covert narcissism. And first of all, let's understand covert narcissism. What are some signs that we can see in them and start recognizing them? The first and most important is that they might seem, of course, charming on the surface and friendly and very kind and very empathetic. Keep that in mind. Very empathetic. They might seem very empathetic and very compassionate. But the truth is that beneath this facade, they lack empathy. And you will see that. Sooner or later, you will see. And that's why you will feel this conflict. You will feel this confusion about this person. Wait a minute. Are they or not? Because the words say, but the actions don't say whether they are empathetic and compassionate. And behind this facade, as we said, you will see that they lack empathy, but also you will start to see how they manipulate others for their gain, even though they try not to leave any witnesses behind them. But the more you get to know them, the more you will understand the hidden agendas and the manipulation. Something that is one of the most strong evidence is the victim mentality, the martyr syndrome, the fact that they are sacrificing, or the fact that they are so kind and empathetic that everybody takes advantage of them, or that they don't take what they deserve and they can settle for less and they can compromise because that's how kind and nice and good people they are. But you will see very often the victim mentality. Another sign that you can see is that they have this excessive need for validation and acceptance and admiration. And that's also the same thing with somebody who's an overt narcissist. But in this case, they will try to gain validation because of who they are. And as I said before, they are a compassionate person. They are a person who is a victim. That's how they want to get the approval and the validation, because they sacrificed, because they're doing something that nobody else would do. Nobody would sacrifice such many things in order for other people to be happy, not for them to be happy. And to give you an example, you will see that sometimes they will choose a very strong mission in their lives, which, again, as I said before, they support with words, but not necessarily with actions. So they will find something that is extremely difficult for us to understand. How could somebody be so kind and caring? But that's how they gain this exceptional admiration. And for example, they would say something like, I want to understand and support serial killers. And of course, people would be flabbergasted. But then you would feel that you cannot say anything about that because they are doing it out of compassion. That's the confusion. Like, oh, they must be very compassionate, but at the same time, oh, serial killers, oh, I don't know. This is where they got you, with a very strong and impossible mission. However, this is only words. I'm not going to say that more, but you have to understand that it's only words. It's only to have people, gasp. Oh, but that's it. They're not going to do anything about it. They have never done anything about it. It's only, for the appearances. So they have this tendency for the excessive need for admiration and for validation. And of course, they play the victim. You will also see, and remember, I said that the strongest evidence you have is your feeling, your intuition. Something doesn't feel right. You say so often that you are sensitive, but why I don't see it? the evidence is lacking from their side in regards to kindness and compassion. Or you might see that they are kind towards somebody else, but at the same time, when you need them, they're not there. Or when you need them, they are there, but they're going to use that against you another day. So you will see that, and this will backfire for you. So then it makes you, of course, question whether it's true kindness, true compassion. You will also see how they will hurt you. But of course, you're not going to be easy and comfortable to say something about it, because it will turn back to be about them, how sad they are and how uncomfortable and how traumatized they are that now you are feeling hurt. So you see that the roles are reversing. So you will see how easily they will use this drama card in order maybe to turn people against you or in order to hurt you. But then when there's a time for the open discussion, then they will leave the discussion because they're too sensitive to see somebody being so hurt. So again, nothing is resolved, and the true connection is not there. And another evidence that the true connection is not there is that they ask you to share a lot of personal information. They want to hear about your hurts, about your heartbreaks, about your traumas, about your family. They want to hear about all this. And then maybe they're not going to use it against you. But then you don't know anything about them. Why they don't say about their stories, about their traumas. So you see, there is the intention to connect. That's what you feel, at least initially, but it's not reciprocal. There's a wall. They don't want you to know about them. They don't trust you. They don't feel safe with you. And that's why sooner or later you will understand that this was, again, another game or another facade of connection. Passive aggressiveness, subtle but consistent belittling, undermining other people's achievements. That's also on the menu. That's also something that you will feel. But remember, passive aggressiveness. Again, it's about getting admiration from other people, even though they find a way to show you that they are better than you. And to give you an example, you might be playing the guitar and they would be, oh my God, I wish I would play the guitar like you. Oh, you are amazing. And I'm not that good about, understanding music and playing an instrument. And of course, that is fishing for a compliment. No, of course you can do it. Of course you can, play an instrument. I'm sure that you're also as good as me or maybe better. No, I'm not. You are the best. And then a couple of days later, they will post a video of them playing guitar and singing. And you will be like, wait a minute, that was not the insecure person that I was talking a couple of days ago. She's now posting a video, or he's posting a video, whatever. And that's again the confusion. So trust your gut. When you feel confused that what you see is not what actually happens, yeah, maybe that's a sign, a very strong sign. So another thing that I want to say before we close this video, on November 15th, there is a webinar, how to recognize covert narcissism and how, of course, to protect, how to cope with somebody who is displaying signs of covert narcissism. Join this webinar. If you manage to be there on the day itself, it's a free webinar. If you cannot join and you can see this, you're seeing this video on a later time, you can find it on my academy and you can purchase the webinar and then watch it whenever you want. Another thing that I want to say before we close is that one thing that we need to know in order to cope with a covert narcissist is that we definitely shouldn't try changing them. That's not the purpose. This is when you are actually turning around your tail. This is when you're trying to change the inevitable. And it will deplete you of your energy. It will deplete you of your self-confidence, but it will not change the other person. So whatever you're trying to cope should not include trying to change them. But we will talk more about strategies on the webinar. Looking forward to seeing you there. Let me know your comments, your own experience. Maybe now you connect the dots and you realize, oh, that makes sense why this person behaved like that or why I felt like that with this person. Let me know in the comments your experience. I'm here to clarify, to clear the air, and to give you insights and tools so that you can have more healthy and balanced and happy relationships in your life. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.